There are all sorts of animals in the world. While each and every one of them is unique in their own right, the truth is that some animals are just more unique than others. Face it. From the only known albino gorilla in the world to a rare white alligator, we'll take a look at the most unusual animals in the world. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video and check out our #1 pick, because I'm pretty sure you didn't know that animal even existed. Albino turtle. On average, the chances of an animal being born albino is about 1 in 10,000. But for an albino sea turtle, the chances jumped to a startling 1 in 700,000. Albino sea turtles have the odds stacked against them from birth. Well, what do I mean? You see, albino sea turtles are extremely vulnerable, as the white coloring gives them literally no chance to camouflage as they make their way to the water. Then once in the water, they have little hope of blending in with the ocean environment. In this video, you can see an albino green turtle, nicknamed Albie, that was spotted shortly after hatching on Queensland's Castaways Beach in Australia on February 7, 2016. Just look how cute he is. Several days after his 121 siblings had hatched and vacated the nest. I like turtles. White moose. In 2017, a Swedish politician, Hans Nielsen, captured incredible footage of a white moose with white antlers in the southwestern part of the country. The moose has a rare condition commonly referred to as piebald. Piebald animals do not lack the pigment the way albinos do, and therefore do not have pinkish or reddish eyes, or the visual impairment that come along with them. Piebald moose have been seen and captured on film numerous times. In Norway in 2016, 2 were spotted. They've also appeared in Canada, where hunting them is banned, and in Alaska. Wait, were they banned from hunting them in Alaska, or did they just start appearing there? It's a fair question. Scientists aren't sure whether light-colored moose have a disadvantage in the wild, but sightings of adults with white fur means they're probably more likely to survive past childhood than many other animals with the same conditions. Baby white lion. This is another animal that looks as if it came straight out of a fairy tale. White lions are extremely rare. Their color is caused by a specific genetic disorder called leucism, which results in lighter coat color. This process is the opposite of melanism, which causes dark coloring in black panthers. White lions can be found in South Africa, but most often, like other white animals, they live in captivity because surviving in the wild when your coat is so light is almost impossible. Hunting is challenging for these animals, which means that they can starve. At the same time, the white lion is an easy target for poachers. But in zoos, these rare predators feel quite comfortable and even breed successfully. The white lion cub in this video was born in 2013 at Paradise Wildlife Park in the UK. Just look at them. They are one happy white lion family. Rare white foal. This video, taken at the Potch and Wilkie's farm in Lexington, Kentucky in February 2017, shows us 2 rather incredible white horses. You see Beautiful Devil, a 5-year-old mare, and a foal named Philly. Just look at how cute she is. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The beautiful thing about these horses is that they're born completely white, and they stay that way their whole life. Rare white giraffes. In 2017, in northeastern Kenya, rangers spotted 2 shockingly white giraffes. Many people assumed the mother and baby pair were albinos, which makes sense. But as it turns out, they have a condition called leucism. Leucism prevents skin cells from producing pigment, but organs containing soft tissues, including the eyes, are able to do so. Therefore, leucistic animals can have dark eyes and aren't always completely white, but may instead have lighter than usual coloring and markings. Giraffes and other animals with this condition aren't genetically disadvantaged in the same way as albinos. For example, they do not typically have impaired vision like albinos do. Their uncharacteristically pale color can attract unwanted attention, though. Leucistic giraffes may be a bigger target to poachers and natural predators, such as hyenas. Yeah, you can't laugh them off. Just saying. Rare white whale. The white humpback whale you see in the video is named Migaloo, and he was first spotted in 1991 in the waters of eastern Australia. Migaloo fascinated tourists and researchers alike as the world's only known albino humpback at the time. Based on DNA research, scientists believe Migaloo was born in 1986. They did not confirm whether he's a true albino, but all science seemed to point towards it. For now, researchers refer to him as hypopigmented. Migaloo is protected under legislation that bans sea vessels and aircraft from getting too close to him. Violating the law comes with a hefty fine of $16,500. That's not that hefty. I think about $1.5 million would do it. Yeah. Migaloo is no longer the world's only known albino humpback whale. It's believed he fathered 2 albino calves who have appeared off the eastern Australian coast in recent years. Additionally, another albino humpback has been spotted off the Norwegian coast. Like many other conspicuously white animals, albino whales are less likely to survive into adulthood than their pigmented counterparts due to their lack of ability to camouflage themselves. You know, a $16,500 fine isn't very much. So, hey, hide behind that white coral over there. It's a dangerous place. White dolphin. On September 20th, 2018, the world went totally nuts at the sight of an incredibly rare white albino dolphin in Monterey Bay in California. In this video, you can see a young albino Rizzo's dolphin swimming along with a couple of his non-albino friends. It's most likely the only albino dolphin ever to be documented. It's worth mentioning that regular Rizzo's dolphins are already pretty unique, as they have bulbous heads, large dorsal fins, and gray scar-covered bodies. White tigers. White tigers are not a species and can only be created by heavily inbreeding Siberian and Bengal tigers. Well, I can sense a problem there. They are generally bigger than regular tigers and are faster and heavier than their orange counterparts. However, white tigers are plagued with health issues. They suffer from strabismus, which causes them to be cross-eyed. They get cleft palate issues, kidney issues, and spine issues with crooked backbones and necks. One such tiger, Kenny, had been selectively bred in captivity to look the way he did, and all of the inbreeding led to his extra chromosome. It is said that his breeders were animal traffickers who were looking to make thousands of dollars off the sale of a white tiger. Man. Rescued from captivity in the year 2000, Kenny lived out the rest of his life in a wildlife sanctuary in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Alligator. Albino alligators with their white scales and pinkish eyes are one of the rarest reptiles in the world. In fact, they are so rare that there are only about 100 in the world. Regular alligators have green coats and are easily disguised as they blend in nicely with their swampland setting. An albino alligator, on the other hand, lacks any pigmentation. So not only are albino alligators at a disadvantage when it comes to hunting, but they're also easily burned by the sun. This is highly problematic for an albino alligator, as its natural inclination is to warm itself by lounging in the sun. Well, it's got everything going against it. No lounge chairs, and its arms are too short to put on its own SPF 90. But it goes up to 100? Well, that's a different story. Well, just imagine how difficult it is for albinos to live in the wild. After all, they do have to be stealthy to get their prey, and they also need to see it. Yes, albinism affects the vision too, along with skin pigmentation. That's why most of the albino alligators live in zoos, where nothing really threatens them, and food comes on schedule, and doesn't try to escape. In this video, you can see one such alligator appropriately named Snowflake. It's 16 years old and measures in at 7 feet long. Maybe that's because zoos are the only place that carry lounge chairs long enough. Duh. Snowflake the gorilla. And now it's time to meet another special snowflake. This western lowland gorilla, I bet he had some lawn chairs made especially to fit him, was caught in Equatorial Guinea in 1966 and then brought to the Barcelona Zoo, where scientists made a startling discovery. The gorilla was an albino gorilla and was the only one in the world. They named him Snowflake, and he lived comfortably at the zoo from his time of capture until his death in 2003. Scientists, determined to discover how rare and wonderful this white gorilla came to be, conducted extensive research on this gorilla. They discovered that Snowflake's albinism was caused by a gene. The gene, called SLC45A2, was the result of, inbreeding. Further tests showed that Snowflake's parents shared 12% of their DNA, meaning that they were likely uncle and niece. Can we stop with the inbreeding?